Hello everyone, welcome to episode 32 of Chumps to Champions. This is just a season review today. It's a review of my third season in charge of Chumps City. You can see on the screen there, we finished 12th. I've managed to calm down since the last video where we lost 4-0 against Tamworth to end the season in just an awful fashion. To finish 12th when we were we were in the top 10 for the majority of the season, and now finishing 12th seems a bit disappointing because of the initial good start to the season, but still top half of the table, progress on last season, isn't it? So hopefully we can improve the team. I think that the problem was the squad just wasn't big enough, or it was a reasonable size this time, but I didn't have the strength in depth to come into the team when my first team players were tired. As you can see, Harry Lewis managed to get second top scorer, 22 goals. He did finish behind an Accrington Stanley player in the end because of the playoffs. You can see Chester won the playoffs, so Wrexham and Chester going up to League 2. We'll look at the stats and then look at the other divisions before looking at my squad and seeing who I should keep and who I can sign and just various stats and statistics. So you can see Harry Lewis, second top scorer. We got the top red-carded player once again, Mark Haynes, who had generally a decent season for me. Did get sent off 3 times. He does tend to be the last man back on occasions and make some rash tackles. Harry Lewis got the third highest number of key passes. Key tackles, Mark Haynes up there once again this season. Membo wasn't on that list this season because he wasn't quite... he didn't really play every game this time, did he? Okay, let's look at the other tables then. So Conference North, who went up from the Conference North? Who will be facing next season? It's going to be Barrow and AFC Fylde have gone back up. It's Conference South. Let's go down and see. Havant and Waterloo and Boreham Wood have finally gone up. They've been trying to get up for a while and they've successfully managed to get up. Who's come down from League 2 then? So Cheltenham and Eastleigh have come straight back down. They had a very bad season. They only won one game all season, which was against Southend. Awful season for Eastleigh. Considering how well they did last year to get promoted, it's really been very, very poor for them. So Cheltenham and Eastleigh we'll be facing. Let's go up the tables just to see what's been happening. You can see Burton, MK Dons and Portsmouth promoted from League 1. Championship, Fulham going up as champions, Watford as well, and Reading going up in the playoffs. Bolton, Sheffield United and Leyton Orient relegated. And the Premier League, won by Manchester City this time around. They've won it twice. And Arsenal have won it once. Burnley, Stoke and West Brom going down. You can see West Ham doing well. They're up in 5th, maybe thanks to their Olympic Stadium move. Valencia and Sacco scoring plenty of goals. Let's look at the FA Cup actually. Let's just go through I have to go through all these things. Probably be easier to type it in. Oh well. We're nearly there. FA Trophy won by Forest Green, by the way, against Grimsby. Johnston's Paint Trophy won by Rotherham against Brighton. Community Shield won by Arsenal. Newcastle won the Capital One Cup. We've seen Villa, Chelsea and Newcastle win the Capital One Cup. FA Cup won. It hasn't been played yet. We've seen Chelsea and Tottenham win it so far in this series. So this is the squad that I had for the third season. Let's just look at who was top scorer and that sort of thing. So top scorer, 22 goals. Harry Lewis had a very good season. Problem is he doesn't want to sign a new contract. Let's try once again. Nope. It really is a blow because he's just so good at this level. He dropped off at the end of the season when he was sort of rejecting contracts, but it's going to be so hard to find a replacement for him. And Capitani's injured for a while, 2 to 3 more months, so he might be back just about in time for the new season, but probably not. He was the second top scorer, 13 goals. Holland, 9 goals, 8 from the penalty spot. Generally didn't have that great a season apart from his goal scoring record. Pigton, 7 goals as well. Average rating wise, Mark Haynes was top despite being sent off 3 times and despite my defence leaking loads of goals. Harry Lewis, second with a 6.93 and Capitani with 6.92. Assists wise, Pigton was top with 11 assists. He's not even a contracted player. I'm sort of tempted to give him a proper contract next year, although his actual contract, he gets paid £130 for appearance, £130 goal bonus and £130 unused substitute fee, so he generally at least gets £130 a week anyway, so there's no point giving him a contract worth more than that, when if he's happy to stay with me on that, then fair enough, to be honest. Capitani and Lewis both got 10 assists as well. Olamola improved towards the end of the season, got 4 goals and 5 assists in the end, and looks quite good. I think he could be a decent striker for me. Now, there's quite a few players that are going to be out of contract, as you would expect at this level. We've got 4 players that are on non-contract, or 3 players on non-contracts. I've already released a few players towards the end of the season. I'll just have a quick look first, so I can let you know who's left. We've seen Kogan leave, Gregory has eventually left, and Peter Sweeney I've released as well. Apparently Kogan and Sweeney played in the FA Cup final 2004 for Millwall. Interesting fact. So Mark Gower I probably will let go because he's too old. He's 38. I did offer him a deal where he could be just the head of youth development, but he doesn't want to just be that. He still wants to play, and I just can't be bothered to give him. I think he wanted £700 a week, which is just too much. Ricky Shakes, I think I will let go. He hasn't really done anything this season. Last season he was good. This season wasn't so good. He's 32. I'm going to let him go. Callum McNaughton was atrocious. I'm glad to get rid of him. Taylor Tombides just wants too much money for what he is. He's just not really done anything for me. Like, he scored a couple goals this season, but he's good, but he's not good enough to warrant £850 a week, which is what he wants, which is much more than any of my players. So I can't afford that. Bradley Commons, backup keeper, is going to go because he's not getting game time. He's unhappy, so I'll let him go and bring in a different backup keeper. Jordan Palmer-Samuels did nothing this season, only played 4 sub appearances. In the reserves, he's done okay, I think. 9 goals, but he's not good enough at this level. He hasn't developed like I thought he would. He's got good finishing and good pace, but that's it. So I'm going to let him go. Harry Lewis, obviously, I want to keep, but he's going to be leaving by the looks of it unless something happens. Chris Kinnear was quite good this season, but I think I will let him go because he's just not good enough, really. I need to try and bring in better players. Now, the players on loan, I think I'm going to try and sign Jeff Locke because I think he's got potential to be a decent player. So I think I've offered him a contract. I thought I offered him a contract, but maybe I haven't. Let's offer him a contract then, because I think he could be a decent player for me. Let's reduce that to 5% and reduce his wages to... Oh, it's because of compensation I don't want to sign him yet. So when he actually leaves Swindon, officially, I might still have to pay compensation. So maybe I won't be signing him. I'd love to get Jamie Mackay back online because he's a quality player. Defensive sort of midfielder to play in the middle of the park. So I might... Let's see if I can get him back on loan for the whole season. Yeah, that'd be great. He would be a great quality signing. And Lewis Hornby as well. I think his contract's running out. So I wouldn't mind signing him when his contract runs out. I can't offer him a contract at the moment. Everyone else is going to be remaining. So we've got Mambo number 5 staying. He's got another year on his contract, £300 a week. Most players are on sensible amounts. The biggest is actually McCassie, who didn't really play much this season in the end. Mainly off the bench, actually. So probably a bit of a waste of money, £500 a week. But maybe he can be a decent player this season. I don't know. But he's the most expensive player. Tyrone Sterling, £450 a week. But everyone else is reasonable, sensible amounts. I don't have any money to spend, as usual, as you'd expect. Wage budget, £0. I mean, transfer budget, £0. Wage budget, we're actually over at the moment. But that will change once the players are left, and I will know how much I have to spend. I generally go a bit over anyway. If we look at the finances, I mean, they predict that the finances will drop. They always say that, though. Expenditure this month, for example, was £32,762. And income was way above that. We had 90,000 because of the end of the season and all the prize money and that sort of thing. So I think we'll be okay because we're here at the moment. And as long as we do continue to progress and hopefully get promoted one day, then obviously the finances will be improved. Unfortunately, I've asked for so many different things. I've asked for us to relay the pitch. They said no. Youth facilities, they've said no. What else? A few other things. They've said no. To become a professional club, they just don't have enough money. They don't think we need to become one, basically. They're happy with where we are. They're very happy I finished mid-table because I was expected to go down. So it's just very hard. I think I might go for a new affiliate because Leicester just didn't provide anything to me. There's no good players to sign. They'd rather I don't rely on loan players. Okay, well, I think we're going to have to stick with Leicester for the time being by the looks of it. But they don't give us any money, and they didn't give me any decent loan players, which is just annoying. Well, never mind. Let's look at my profile then. How have I been getting on recently? Probably the same as before, because I haven't been on any coaching courses. Although youngster knowledge has gone up to 10 now, so things are going up over time. We look at my career stats. Played 147, won 56, drawn 31, lost 60. So it's not that bad a record. 38% win percentage is okay, considering where I finished last season. This season I actually won one more game than I lost in the league, which is an achievement in itself. Goal difference minus 38. That's not great, to be fair. Apparently I'm not very good at managing finances or media, but I very rarely get a media question because of the level that I'm playing at. But everything else is quite good. Tactical consistency, hands-on approach, handling team discipline and domestic player bias, they're all quite high. Still don't like Paolo One-Trop for some reason. And contract-wise, I've got another year on my deal, £725 a week. And yeah, that's happy. I'm happy with that. Not that it really matters. As long as they keep giving me contracts, I'm fine. So I have a National B licence as a coach, but I would obviously like some more. So let's ask for a coaching course. Although we agree with your reasoning, we simply cannot find the funding for this at present. So I'm going to have to put up with my National B licence for the time being. Just thought I'd look at a bit of some of our statistics. You can see formations-wise, this one, 60 goals scored. 60 goals scored in, most vulnerable to facing 4-4-2 apparently. I think because of the wingers. So I'm tempted to try a different tactic next season. Well, I definitely will use a different tactic. I think what I will do is something like this. I will play lots of pre-season games to try and get a tactic that works well. But I'm thinking something like that. With one up front. Because I don't think I'll be able to find that many really good strikers. If I do, then I'll rethink that tactic. Looking at other things, the most common time we scored goals was apparently the 16 to 30 minutes category. 16 goals. Most common assist type is a pass. Most common assist area is left wing. Goals conceded mainly 46 to 60 minutes. And also from the left wing, we conceded. Got the best attributes apparently is heading. Worst attributes is strength. So we definitely need to improve the team. Pitch is still terrible, and I've asked for that to be improved, but it won't be. Average attendance 954, which is 23% of our capacity. So it's not great. Certainly need to improve that. But that might improve over time if we do get better as a team. Anyway, I think that's the end of this third season review. Thank you for watching. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed the third season. We did progress. Unfortunately, we didn't progress as much as I hoped for, but still, next season, I think there's some positive signs here. Obviously, the team's going to be completely different once again. Most of the players are going to leave. Probably more than half of the players are actually going to leave the club, and new guys are going to come in. But wish me luck for the pre-season. Wish me luck for finding some decent players and a tactic that works well. I will see you in episode 33, which will be the start of the 4th season. Have a good day, guys.